Christmas is on its way, and coming up, I'm going to help you with your Christmas list with 5 tech gift ideas for kids. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Tony from Tony Dawson Tech, and this week is the start of a series of gift ideas leading up to Christmas. We're going to start with tech gifts ideas, especially for kids. Before we do that, if this is your first time here, please think about hitting that subscribe button. And if you're a returning viewer, as always, I really do appreciate that support. So as I said earlier, this is a series of videos. There'll be more coming up towards Christmas, but this is specifically for the kids. Tech gifts for children. Now, my family and friends know that I love talking about Christmas in early November, but it's what's needed to be prepared for the big day at Christmas. Now, everything you see in this video, there will be a link down below, and if you really do want to purchase it, please think about using those links below. They are affiliate links. You will not pay any more. It just gives that small kickback to the channel. So what you're about to see are tech gifts. Some are educational, some are wearable, but most of all, they're fun and aimed at children. So, without further ado, let's get into the first one. First up, we've got Sphero Mini. What is it? Well, it's one of the world's smallest app-based robotic balls. The kit I've listed here is a multi-activity kit to get you started. Now, Sphero Mini has been out for a couple of years, but its range of accessories is growing, making it a great addition if you already own it, or if this is your first time starting with it, then grab this activity kit. It comes with various things: construction kit, bowling pins, traffic cones. It comes with cards so you can set this stuff up. There's various ways you can control it. You can use it as a slingshot, which will shoot it forward. If you're doing things like bowling, you can use it and just guide it on the app, so you can guide it through a maze. One of the big things about this is it's educational as well. It comes with a way to program it, so you can start off easily with block-based programming by just sliding blocks in to program it, or if you're a bit more advanced, you can even go in there using JavaScript and write your own programs. There are hundreds of free activities in the app, and I think it's a great start for those kids with an intuitive mind who want to start programming. It's a great idea. Next, we've got something I wish I had as a kid. It's a superhero inventor kit by Littlebits. What is it? Well, it's exactly what it says on the tin. It allows kids to build their own superhero gadgets, and it works with iOS and Android. And just like the last one, it's educational as well, because it allows you to do some block-based programming, so you can modify your kit and include things like night vision, speed tracker, and light powers. Using the app, you can customize the look and feel of the stuff. I expect this one is going to be popular. The next one, I've cheated a little, but as they're pretty much the same type of item, I've included them both in this category. So the first one is a Garmin Vivofit Jnr 2. This is just like an adult version where it's an activity tracker, except this is aimed for kids probably between 4 and 9 years old. The strap is interchangeable. You can get the stretchy one, so there's no fiddling about with buckles. It does the normal things like it tracks sleep, it tracks steps. It also tracks 60 minutes of the daily recommended activity, but it doesn't stop there. It sends reminders, and it's got a task timer in there, so kids can keep on top of their chores, their homework, when they're brushing their teeth. It's a really good idea, and it kids keeps active and away from that screen. And the next one is a vTech KidiZoom Smartwatch DX2. This is a kids interactive touchscreen smartwatch that has a host of features, especially for kids. They can take photos and videos and add After Effects. It's got a feature where it will help them to tell the time. They can record and change their voice. It's got an augmented reality game which helps them keep active. Also includes a pedometer so they can count their steps. And as a normal smartwatch will do, it's also got your normal alarm, timers and stopwatch. It's rechargeable and it's quite durable. It's an ideal first watch for any kid, but as a smartwatch, it's pretty good. The next one I think is a fantastic idea. Everybody loves Lego, but sometimes it can be on that little bit of an expensive side. And not only that, the fun in Lego is when you first get a kit, you've got the instructions, you open it up and you build it. Once it's built, what do you do with it? Do you look at it? Do kids play with it? Well, they do, but they break it. And what usually ends up, which is what happened with my kids, is you have just a bucket full of bricks. Occasionally they'll bring out the odd brick and make a gun or a house, but it doesn't really get used. The Klutz Lego Chain Reaction and Building Blocks Kit, it allows you to use your existing blocks, and by adding a few little things in this kit, it allows you to build chain reactions, getting a ball from one side to the other, through spinning blocks, through rotating arms, through ramps and knocking things over. It's a great idea to add to the stuff you've already got and lets them use that Star Wars ship in a different vein. Brilliant idea. The next one I've added, as it's a modern take on a proper retro piece of kit. Who remembers Light Bright? Light Bright was first introduced in 1967 and it was a box with a bulb. We had some black pieces of paper and you'd put pegs in the paper, you'd punch holes in the paper, and depending on the design that you're looking at, it would show different coloured designs. Well, the smart Pixelator brings that idea into the modern day. What is it? It's exactly the same as what it was. You're putting pegs on a light board to show a design, a pixelated design. What you can now do though is it comes with set designs, so you can just do them and the kids can enjoy doing that. But using an app, you can take a picture of your pet, you can take a picture of a piece of artwork they've done at school, they can take a picture of themselves or their brothers and sisters, and the picture you can transform it into a pixelated picture, and then you can use the pegs on the board to pixelate that picture. It's a fantastic idea. This goes a little bit further. There are extra pegs that you can buy because you can turn the pegs that you've used into a 2D or 3D model. It's a great idea. There's loads of fun to be had, so have a look at it. And of course, I've got a bonus for you. Now in these series of videos, I'm going to use the bonus to recommend a family game. We all love playing board games at Christmas, so the bonus is always going to be a family game. And this one also brings to the future a classic of Christmas, which is Pictionary. This is called Pictionary Air, and it allows you, using an app on your phone, to draw in the air, and you can see what's happening on the person that's recording you. It's still a family game. You can cast it to a TV, you can record that, but essentially you're holding a pen and you're doing the drawings in the air, and only the people on the app can see what's being drawn. It's a brilliant idea and loads of fun to be had. There you have it. There's some ideas if you're struggling to fill your Christmas list for your kids or family. There will be more of these. There's some coming for the adults, so be prepared for them. As always, the links are down below. If you're thinking about purchasing, please use the affiliate links. It really does help the channel. If you want to support the channel in another way, then think about buying me a coffee. Again, that link is down below. If you enjoyed that, please give me a like. It really does help. In the comments, let me know your recommendations for tech gifts for kids. Let's be a community here. If you haven't subscribed yet, that's up here, and I'll leave a couple of videos up here if you want to carry on watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. I'll see you on Tuesday.